Hey guys, it's Paternoster here, and today I'm making another video about doing a budget build this time. If you have watched my other video about the build that I did for under 1,500 Australian dollars, new parts, best you could get without, you know, spending too much and stroking your ego, then have a look at this video. Otherwise, I have jumped on Gumtree and decided to do the best computer I could build using only the parts that are on sale on Gumtree, second-hand, and obviously the smallest budget. So only the box, no monitors, no mouses, nothing like that. Some of those things like a mouse you might want to get first-hand and new, so you can, you know, use it for the first time. It's not going to be wrecked or shreked like some mouses can become. So I went on Gumtree and I spent a long time searching for parts that are reasonably priced. Now I was looking in WA, Perth, Western Australia, and I found that a lot of people were putting up parts that were ridiculously expensive for what they were and the age that they were. Like, I just couldn't believe it. And then there were the package deals where guys like, i7 gaming ready computer, and it's like $2,000. And you're just like, what? So I put together the parts that I thought were, first of all, reasonably priced, good performance, and will last a little bit. And I came up with the following. But before I start, I'll let you know that at the end, I might bring up those stupid packages and tell you what they are speccing in and how much they're costing, so you can have a bit of a laugh at the end. So, I've got my laptop here, I've got the pages open, what I've gonna pick, and I'm gonna also put the prices, but I'm not gonna put any images. We don't want anybody going after these folks. PM me and I can link them, but you can probably search them up on Gumtree if you actually want to get this kind of build. So I went with a case. Now, funny thing is with this one, it's the Black Lian Li computer tower, and the guy is selling it for 50 bucks. Now apparently there is a power supply, a motherboard, and some RAM inside already. Doesn't know what it is. 50 bucks, pretty good deal for just the case. I saw some other better looking cases for, you know, $100, but for 50 bucks, this case is pretty good, especially if it's got some little tidbits inside that you might, you know, use later. So that's it, 50 bucks starting off for the case. Then I found the power supply, because we'd probably get an older graphics card, which means we might need a little bit more juice. They're not as power efficient as the new ones, but still very powerful. So I found, apparently brand new, don't quote me on this, a CX600M Corsair modular PSU. And this guy was selling it for 100 bucks, and that's an offer. So, you know, you could probably say 90 and you'll go down, but have a look at that one. So that's 90 bucks for the power supply, and there might be a power supply inside the first case that we were talking about. So then we needed an SSD. SSDs are really, really cheap, and I thought, oh, why don't you just go buy it new? It's so cheap, there's no real point buying it secondhand. But no, I said, no, I'm keeping to this Gumtree idea, and we're going with the Kingston SSD with 128 gigs of storage for 50 bucks. You can probably bring it down to 40, you can even argue at 35 because of the prices that are on currently, which is one of the reasons I got upset with a lot of people who are posting stuff so expensive when brand new is like $10, $20 more. So, next one up is this deal, and this is a fantastic deal. I have to admit, this guy's selling it, he's selling it really cheap, and this is a package deal, but it is the CPU, the motherboard, and some RAM. So what he's got in here is the Asus Maximus 3 formula, plus the Core i5 750. It is an older i5, but it will still do as long as it hasn't been majorly burnt in. The Maximus 3 has good power and voltage control, so it shouldn't let the CPU die, but just be careful when you're buying a CPU. As soon as somebody says it hasn't been overclocked, you can be sure it has, the fact that he knows about overclocking that CPU. Anywho, then we got the G-Skill Ripjaws DDR3 4 gig. Yes, just one stick, because sticks are so cheap you can buy another 4 gig stick brand new for like $30, $40, and you can probably find it on Gumtree too. But with this package deal, 350 bucks, and you potentially could knock him down $10, $20, but I think it's a pretty good price for what it is. The motherboard has everything, gigabit LAN, USBs, 2 and 3, and enough slots to put any graphics card in. And that is the next part, the graphics card. Guys, I went for the Palette GeForce GTX 770 Jetstream 4GB card. Why this one? Well, it's only 250 bucks. You could probably knock it down $10, $20, $30 maybe. And it's 4 gigs. Right now, 4 gig is a sweet spot, and now we're getting the GTX 1070 and 1080, which is the next one up, and we've got 8 gigs. So, 4 gigs, I have 4 gigs in my cards, and still rocking it. So that's why I picked this one for the price. Even though it's a 770, it's got the triple fan setup, and that way, you know, it's gonna last a little bit longer, and at 250 bucks, it's a good deal. So, have a look at that one. Now finally, what I didn't mention before is the motherboard didn't actually come with a cooler. So I found a cooler online on Gumtree for 40 bucks. It's the Thermaltake Silent CLP blah 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 blah. Not to worry, you can use just a stock standard CPU cooler. Wouldn't worry about it too much because I'm hoping you won't be overclocking just yet. And when you do, you can upgrade to a nice, water-cooled little all-in-one. Now, that is it, and at a price like this, it's great. For 790 bucks, you are getting a beast PC, especially because it's all second-hand parts and you got a decent 4 gig graphics card. Although you will have to put it together and make sure the parts work. Now, let's compare this to an all-in-one build. And this is another little tidbit with Gumtree. Individual parts might cost a little bit more than just buying a whole package, but that depends on the deal you look up. So I found this one. This guy is selling a Pentium G3258 unlocked processor, a GTX 960 2GB GDDR5, 8GB of RAM, a hard drive that he isn't sure if it's 500 or 1TB. That's a big difference. And it's definitely not an SSD, a 650 power supply, and a Z97S SLI motherboard, and a Thermaltake A381 case. Now for that, it seems pretty good. Okay, so at this point I'm thinking, hey, the price should be what? For that Pentium processor, 500 bucks for everything? Nope, this guy's like $1,000, mate. That's how much it's gonna cost ya. And an arm and a leg. Yes, 1,000 bucks for that, not worth it at all. So for 790, you're getting an i5, you're getting a 4 gig graphics card, yeah, 4 gig RAM, but you can, another $30 and you can get another 4 gig stick. So, the case might look cool, but the performance will not be there. And this guy's calling it a PC gaming computer. And he's saying it will play all the latest MOBAs. With that CPU, I've got my doubts. Now, the other one that I had found, which I found to be actually a good deal. Same price, and this guy has the i7 3930K unlocked CPU at 3.2 GHz. The FrostFlow 120mm water cooling unit for the CPU. He's got the Asus Rampage 4 Formula X79, so it's not the X99, but it's still one of the models. 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance, DDR3 RAM at apparently 1600 megahertz. And the graphics card, GeForce GTX 610, which is a bit low, but at that price, you're getting all these other things, you can sort of deal with that graphics card. And most of all, he's got a Thermaltake level 10 GT case. It looks absolutely sick. So your ego stroking time can be spent looking over it. I've had one of those cases, the white one before, and exchanging the hard drives was just fabulous, especially when you're storing heaps of games and you just want to pop them out like cartridges. That was pretty cool, actually, to say the least. It's got a little bit of a lock too. And it has all these other extras. The LG Blu-ray multi-disc player, why you need it, I don't know. A multi-card reader, and inside it's got 2 120mm fans and one 200mm, case fan inside. No hard drive though, so, you can get the other one for 50 bucks SSD. Look, this was a good deal, the other one was a terrible deal, and then you've got the individual parts. Think about it, have a look at Gumtree, and you might find just the right deal. Don't be afraid to actually go see the computer, let him run a benchmark. I'm sure anybody who is into their PC gaming and is selling it honestly to another person will be happy to give you a demonstration of what the computer can do. Guys, thanks for watching. Give me a like or a dislike, or let me know in the comments below if any of these parts you wouldn't pick. And if you don't want to pick them, let me know what part you would pick instead from Gumtree. Now remember, all these ones were from WA, and if you look at all of Australia, you'll probably get a better variety. But I'm not in the rest of Australia, just in WA, so that's what I did. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.